What's going on, college football fans? What an incredible weekend of college football. And we're back with more film review here on the Mac and Murray College Football Show. A really good weekend for a lot of quarterbacks and then some other quarterbacks that just did not get the job done. We're going to start with probably the most impressive performance of the weekend. Ty Simpson on the road, the hostile environment against the Dogs in Athens, the third downs, everything. I mean, he's looked really good this season. Even go back to the Florida State game, we saw some moments of okay, we clean a couple things up, and this could be a really good season offensively for the Crimson Tide. They are now at that point where things are hitting in a big time way and a great performance. So let's dive into the tape. I think I got about 18, 20 clips from the game last night, and let me know your thoughts. Like, review, share, all that good stuff. And excited to bring more of this film review to you all in the near future. All right, Georgia did a lot of shell coverage last night. So a lot of two high safeties, cover two. They get into it. They get into the defense in a variety of ways. Traditional, just lining up, and then also bringing pressure and rotating corners back to safeties. And this is a good example of that right here. So initially, this safety was in the middle of the field. He's going to rotate back. You got a corner. This corner is going to rotate, become the high safety on this side, and you'll get someone rotating back here. So that's just the structure of the defense. They're going to be bringing some pressure from the boundary. Offensively, what we're going to be running on this one is post, post, and then deep cross, which we really do not like versus too high. We like any kind of deep cross concept more versus maybe a quarters, maybe a single high, obviously. That's what it's built for. It's not built to go against cover two. So just nothing here, unfortunately, for Ty Simpson on the second play of the game. We'll run it through. I think they were thinking single high. They check to it. You see the rotation. You end up seeing too high, too high. He's out, he's out. Nothing there. And then you see all these droppers. And plus you have the backside corner there for the deep cross as well. So nothing there. I think he forced this one a little bit. Ends up making a pretty decent throw, catchable football, but just you don't want that against that defense in the cover two. All right, next one. Georgia's going to play man-to-man coverage and just run. Georgia's going to bring five, so they bring five, play man underneath. So there's no one responsible for the quarterback when you do this. You got just man on man on man on man on man, and I thought really good job by him being decisive, knowing that, and then taking off and utilizing his legs. So he's matched up, he's matched up, he's matched up. One of these guys should be coming down a little bit, but both the safeties stay back. So we got man across the board down below, man here, and then no one's left for the quarterback. So could have had an opportunity to throw this, pick your best man matchup, let it rip, doesn't like it, and just takes off and runs. So let's get a good high end zone view of this one. Showing off them wheels. So you got one, two, three, four, five. Five guys defensively coming. Everyone else is in man coverage with a high safety. And it just takes off and runs. Really good decision. Nice, quick decision. You see, he wants to throw it. He doesn't like it, feels the pressure, and then just get up in the pocket and takes off for the first down. All right. Once again, Georgia's going to bring a weak side pressure, but still gets that too high safety. Front side corner becomes a new safety, and we'll kind of diagram all that. Ryan Williams is the right guy down the middle of the field. I think this is a beautiful throw. Perfect example of what you want to do. So let's diagram the defense first. So this high safety is going to come on this side, so he's responsible for this half of the field. This corner is now going to become this side safety, so he's responsible for this half of the field. And the vulnerable spots in cover two, obviously down the middle and 18 to 22 yards on the sideline. What I love is, let's run it back quick, is they have a feeling that it's going to be cover two. So you put your speedy receiver in the middle and just tell him, run to the weakness of the defense, run right down the middle of the field. So action, get those linebackers to stand still for just a second, And I mean, as soon as these guys stand still, and even if they didn't, kind of react to the run at all, they're not going to be able to get, keep up speed wise, but at least they don't get hands on Ryan. So it's literally like a track meet. Just go as fast as you can, get through the linebackers, split the safeties, and we're going to launch it down the field. Ryan sets up, hitches into it, puts a beautiful ball on it, nice trajectory, everything you want. Ryan Williams has to come down with. Just really disappointed in the way that he's played at times this season. Obviously, very disappointed in the way he played in the game. But watch this safety right here. All eyes on him. Where does he go? Catch it, and it's a track meet. We're off. Beautiful throw. Beautiful throw. Should have been a touchdown. Should have been 7 points. All right, Oki right out, backside versus off. Don't love the timing here with his feet. He goes a quick 5, I think, in a hitch. Anytime I throw an Oki route, it's a rhythm 3. So an Oki route is just it's a 6-yard speed out, or excuse me, 6-step speed out. So it's going to end up being somewhere around 10 to 12 yards, and you want to be catch as a quarterback 1, 2, 3, not a quick 3. We call it a rhythm 3. 1, 2, 3. Balls out on the sideline, on time, catch it, get the first down, move on. He does a quick 5 with a hitch. I don't know if there was something else that maybe he was looking at, then decides to come. But like right now, look at his eyes. I mean, his eyes. Watch the quarterback's eyes. His eyes are backside watching this corner. Look at him. He's still looking at him. Now he gets to the center, looks at him again. He sees him backing up. So he kind of has a feeling like, okay, you keep backing up. I got one-on-one. Oh, signal, signal. So I think he knows he's going back here. He's not over the top. So the corner's not going to be in cover 2. He's off. You got to trust it and rip it. So watch his footwork. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitch. And that ball should have already been out. Like that ball should be out. 1, 2, 3. Like, should have been out. Instead, you're late, gives Everett a chance to kind of break on the football, puts in a great spot, got good arm strength. It's completion, first down, but that ball should already be to the receiver right now. The ball should be to him, catching it out of bounds, first down, and we move the chain. So just something to look at for him. Still gets it done, obviously, but there's always improvements to be made. Right, Georgia, theme of the game defensively for a good majority of it, goes too high. No reroute by the corner. That's just an easy hole shot. So we'd love to see get your hands on him, at least disrupt the timing. It's something we talked about in our show this week. Georgia DBs had to disrupt the timing because when Ty Simpson's on rhythm and when these receivers don't get hands on him, it turns into 7-on-7. And with a quarterback playing as well as he is right now, that's just not going to get the job done defensively. A lot of checks, a lot of movement. Let's get to it. You see that? No hands. No hands on them. And that's an easy throw into the boundary, especially college has. That's not a long throw to get that hole shot in the cover 2. It's just a catch 3, rip it. So for Georgia, man, like I would love to see a little bit more jamming at the line of scrimmage, rerouting to disrupt the timing for the quarterback and the receiver. What a route by Bernard here. You're in motion. This is the touchdown. He's going to get over there, get some width. I think this is more just, I love his route. Obviously, a really good throw. We'll get into the throw. But this is, I mean, number 5 has been one of the best receivers in college football this season. Everything he does, his size, his strength, his running ability, and catching, been really impressed with him. And everyone talks about Ryan Williams. 5 has been the guy. So just watch the route. Subtly pushes out, gets the DB to feel width because he's pretty, he's pretty tight. He's in a tight, close split right now. So the DB has to be careful of what all this green grass to the sideline. He's got to defend that a little bit. He knows that. He pushes width and then breaks it across his face so nicely and so friendly for the quarterback. With and bam, breaks it across and then ball nice and high. Go up there, let him jump up there and catch it. Get it up over those linebackers. Nice throw, beautiful route, touchdown. Number 5, absolute beast for Alabama this season. So that was more on him on that one. Good throw, like I said, put in a really good spot there inside the red zone, inside the 10-yard line. All right, UJ is going to go one hole here. So this is interesting. So one hole is it's just man on man everywhere. So we got man, 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 man. Safety's going to come down and get man. Um, he's going to be high, and this is our low hole player. We call him the rat. He's the rat. He's a low hole player. So what happens in this one is you're going to get a shallow and then a dig. And then you're just reading kind of that low hole player. Does he take the shallow? Then I got the dig. If he kind of backs up, I'm going to take the shallow because it's everything. Everyone's running defensively outside leverage. So they're outside and they want to funnel everything in because they know they have help with that rat player in the middle of the field. So what's interesting is they pass it off. So watch the communication. This linebacker is going to pass off with 6. He's going to say, okay, I got him, I got him, I got him, I got him on the cross route. You watch him. Hey, I got him, I got him, I got him, I got him. So now the new rat has to be Everett. He gets lost. He gets turned around. So as a quarterback, you see, okay, you see the change off and you know there's outside leverage. So now I got my dig route that I'm going to throw the football to for the completion. So let's watch that all from the beginning and just see the communication going on defensively, how that throws things off, which allows that dig route to come open behind him. You got the switch, Everett gets lost in space, and then you got the leverage to rip a nice completion to number 80. Switch, lost, completion. Very nice. Expecting some shell coverage here. They ran Omaha with a corner on top. Took the Omaha and got the first. So I'm reading my notes just to jog my memory as I talk through it with you all. So I will break down what all this means for those who obviously don't know that speak the same language I do when it comes to football because there's a lot of ways to call a lot of different routes. But kind of what I talk about with Omaha is just a speed out. The Okie was a 6-step speed out. The Omaha is a 4-step speed out, and then we're gonna get a corner on top. And we love it versus cover 2 because you're gonna read the corner out. You're just high low in this guy. If he gets depth, you throw the Omaha route. If he settles, then you got the corner route on top. And then we're going to get to the blitz pickup here too, because Jay Miller does a great job with the blitz pickup. So right now, reading this guy, if he gets depth, you just rip it right now and hope that your guy gets the first down. He throws it early. Nice separation. I like this, but just think if this guy came up, you have this corner route for a big completion as well. Catches it, gets the first down. Good execution. Let's watch the blitz pickup from Jan. This is, 26 comes in there and makes a great block. Bam! Gives Ty the amount of time he needs to catch it, throw it, and get another first down. All right, let's get to the next one. All right, here we go. All right. That was that play. Let's move on to the next one. All right, deep cross back to Dagger versus cover 2. We for those who have watched the show, we love Dagger routes versus cover 2. It just opens up so nicely. So we're gonna get the deep cross. We're gonna get the big Dagger out, and just watch how this unfolds. So you're gonna hit the 2 high safeties once again, cover 2. He's off. He's off. He's off. So we'll peek the Dagger, or excuse me, we'll peek the deep cross to see if it passed. But we really don't like deep crosses versus cover 2. You saw that earlier on in the game, but we do like the Dagger routes versus cover 2. Now it's just, can we fit it in, or do we need to check it down? So I mean, I would not be mad if he decided like, okay, those guys got so much depth, let me just check it down. But he knows it's zone coverage. I mean, look, all it took was him coming up just a little bit, and you see that window right there, and he rips the Dagger for the completion. So let's watch it from the top. 2 high safeties, play action. You see the window, lets it go early, man. Just the timing is beautiful. You'll see it from the backside. The timing anticipation is just absolutely perfect to throw the dagger out. Play action. We don't like it, but we see this. We see that window. If we don't like it, there's our check down. But he likes it, throws it, and I like just he holds the receiver up just enough. So I didn't do every single pass play and obviously every single play because there's a lot of crossover. So I don't want to be too repetitive as we go through the tape. But these are just some of the big things that stood out to me from his game against Georgia. Really, here, just nothing here. Just watch it. I thought he did a really good job. Everything's covered, stays alive, and then finds a completion. So just showing off his athleticism. Nice throw going to the left as well. This was fun, man. This was every offensive lineman in America is going to be begging for this. I mean, nothing really to break down here besides like if I'm an offensive lineman with any skill and size, I'm like, Coach, did you see what Alabama did? Put me in, Coach. I can do it. But not every offensive lineman looks like this. 366 pounds of just I don't know what I would do. I would probably just go down the ground and maybe try. I would try to trip him like a soccer style, just trip him. All right, bootleg runs it in there. You know, I always say I love passing touchdowns. Prefer passing touchdowns, but touchdown is a touchdown. It's still 6 points. But like he's open. You see him. You know, maybe he's worried about those guys getting hands on it. And he's got the ability to run it. So no doubt, like touchdown, but like right there, just throw it to him. Passing touchdowns. We like passing touchdowns more than rushing touchdowns. Like I said, at the end of the day, they both are worth 6 points. Nice job. Tight quarters coverage on this one. I thought he could have ripped the stick flat to the boundary, but he did a really good job working his progression back. So you're going to get stick, flat. I think he could have ripped number one right now for a first down. Like right there. You rip him, it's a first down. He doesn't like it, but at least he worked through his progression because he got linebacker moving this way, and then you got the skinny right here and just pinpoint accuracy. So let's watch from the top. I said, would have preferred you'd been true to the progression, but maybe in his mind the whole time he's like, "Okay, I'm just looking right to get this guy to move this way." But if it was true, pure progression, right to left, you're ripping one right now, completion, move on, and then this safety's got to do a better job playing this and not allowing a big body tight end to get that kind of leverage and make it that easy of a throw for the completion. So let's watch the backside. Watch his eyes. Watch how it affects the linebacker and then he's able to throw it in there for the first down. So motion gets the linebacker, watch his eyes, looks right. He moves this way, hole's massive, and we get a first down. They try to go the whole, as we all know, we see the pump fake to the screen, and then everyone kind of stock blocks and goes. But this one just not, I know it's third and long. You want to get the first down, but nothing's there. I mean, let's not turn the ball over. Let's not force it. Like this all is a jumbled mess. Just get it to Bernard right now. Is he going to get a first down? Maybe. I mean, I've seen him do some pretty amazing stuff with the ball in his hands. Just check it down and look. He's got 15 yards of space. He catches it. He may get the first down, or he just makes the field goal shorter. So I think he tried to force this one, or just threw it out of bounds. But I mean, you had a completion on the outside, and then you never know what can happen with the ball in an athlete's hands. All right, worst throw of the day, sail route to the field. He's just late. I think this is one that you got to feel it. You got to get the timing, and you just got to let it go. I know that you get a little bit worried when you're backed up in your own end zone, but right now it's man to man coverage. You got leverage. I mean, that ball should have been out. So you're going to get the clear and then the sail route. Like right now, you see that. You see that my guy's got leverage. I got to have confidence, and that ball's out. That ball's out, and you're throwing it right here where he can bend and get it. Once again, just like that Oki route, throw it to the sideline, allow my receiver to get it, and the ball just sails on him. Had a little bit of pressure on his face, but still, like I've seen him make that throw. I know he can make that throw. I think he was just late, and when he was late, allowed defenders to get in his face a little bit, and ball sailed on him. Just a little bit better timing. Something we talked about in Week 1 versus Florida State. At times, the timing can be a little bit off. It's gotten significantly better, but there's still areas of improvement. We saw the Oki route early on in the game for the first down. This is another one where I just think the ball needs to get out of his hands, and he needs to anticipate it better. All right, bunch three verts with number three has the wheel. I love it. I love him throwing it now. Like there's no waiting to get the ball down the field. He sees it. It's like a running back. If with all these pick routes or rub routes, if the linebacker goes over the top, you throw it now. If the linebacker comes underneath, you wait. So right here, you're gonna motion over. Let's wait till you get to the full motion here. I think, yeah, there we go. So it's going to be he's here, and then Ryan Williams is going to be that guy. So going back to like if the linebackers over top, you want to get to the ball the running back right now so he can catch it and have time. Same kind of feel here. If the corner's on top and you like it, just dot him now. Like don't wait. 1, 2, 3, quick hitch. He sees on top. Let's get it to him right now. Catch, big hit. Yeah, it was a big hit, but we play football and we get a first down. I love it. Good job. Get to your athlete as soon as you can. Gives him the chance to at least protect himself a little bit to be able to get the first down. All right, we're gonna get another dagger route. Love me some good dagger throws. Love me some good dagger throws. So we're gonna get the clear out. Bernard's gonna motion over. He's the clear. We got the dagger. We're gonna get some sort of check down, which I would have loved this check down to be just a little bit faster out to help with the underneath coverage. We talk about daggers being great versus cover two. They're really good just in zone in general. You're just high lowing those underneath defenders. But man, look at that throw. Up and over two defenders. Like I said, would love for this guy to have been there faster to maybe affect those guys that come downhill. But still, man, the guts to throw this football. Awesome throw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitch. Balls out. Ah, ah. Na 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 na. Very nice. I can't find. I gotta get to the last play. See if we can skip forward. Just really like the last play. That was really cool. Great design. You're getting a bunch of motion. You're getting motion. Not this one, obviously. One more. A lot of motion going to the field, and then you bring it back. So we're gonna get motion. We're gonna get action from the quarterback. Look at all this action. So you're thinking maybe like a quick pass. Everyone's flowing. Not so fast. We're coming out the back door. I mean, game on the line, not totally on the line, but a way to close the game. You trust Ty Simpson, and I would too. He's been terrific. One of my top five quarterbacks in college football right now. He's accurate. The timing's getting better. Obviously, he's got great play callers, elite athletes around him, and he's taking full advantage of it right now. So, really love what I'm seeing for Ty Simpson. Massive win against the Dogs on the road in one of the most hostile environments in college football. So, appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope you liked it. Like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and we'll be back with more of these throughout the week. Have a good one.